Hey everybody, welcome to Mindfulness with Mark Ellert. I'm your host, Mark Ellert. Today, I'm going to talk to you about mindfulness because it's actually a technique that has helped me extensively. It's been really helpful. For those of you that don't know me, I'm someone with complex post-traumatic stress disorder. So because of my trauma, there was a good period of time I had a really hard time sitting with myself and being in the moment. I couldn't be mindful in the moment. Mark had to be somewhere else. Mentally and emotionally, I'd be somewhere else because I was not okay with myself in the moment. Making that adjustment from going from 20/20 vision to total blindness. For those of you that don't know me, that's what happened. September 12th, 2004, age 19, I attempted suicide by putting a gun to my head, and it resulted in total blindness as well as a traumatic brain injury. So going from that adjustment, going from that significant change, I had a really hard time being content with myself in the moment. Going from 20/20 vision to total blindness, I really had a hard time sitting with myself in the dark, not being able to see things. There was just so much times when I just would, I can't see, and I wasn't okay with it. But that's the thing, is I was even avoiding it more to make it even worse. When I was out in my mind somewhere else and I would come back to reality, whoa, Mark can't see, and I would freak out and have a massive panic attack. When I would come back from it, I didn't like where I was and what I was doing myself, so Mark would go away somewhere. And then when I came back, it was a panic attack. I was avoiding my trauma, avoiding the things I didn't want to be content with, which was actually perpetuating it and making it even worse. So I didn't know how to be mindful, but I eventually had to learn how to make that adjustment. I was always so hyper-focused on my trauma. I would be in my head thinking about what happened that day, where I was, why it happened, what changed me. And that's all I would do. I would just be so hyper-focused on what changed me and what happened to me, I would just let the days go by. I never stopped and thought about what I wanted to do in the moment and with my time. I thought about my past, I thought about my future. I couldn't think about the moment. I couldn't be okay with myself. And that's why, again, it perpetuated my trauma and it perpetuated my anxiety and made things much worse. It took Mark a lot of time to actually come to grips with things and learn how to deal with it, but being mindful helped. One thing that helped me a lot, there's actually a free show out there on Netflix for any of my Netflix users. It's called Headspace. Headspace is a show that helps you learn how to do guided meditation. And that really helped my mindfulness. It helped me be able to appreciate the moment and be in it, and it also actually learned how to help me become extremely patient. Because when I lost my vision, I really lost my patience with myself and the way I had to do things differently. When I have to ask people for help and they're not providing the help, I really lost my patience. I was disappointed with myself because of how little patience I had, but I started becoming aware of it, and I started to realize I want to bring it back in and become patient. I want to be mindful of the moment and appreciate the things. That's why all the time even when I was listening to music, it was one of my favorite pastimes, I would go somewhere else. I couldn't sit down and listen to and appreciate the music. It would bring up memories and bring me somewhere, and I would just be hyper-focused on other things. Another reason why mindfulness is a good thing, don't let something small ruin your day. When you're driving your way to work, and then homie in front of you cuts you off because he's drinking his coffee or doing whatever, and you got to swerve out of the way. That's one little tiny thing that actually affected your day. Don't let it ruin your day. Homie cut you off and it pissed you off. You made it to work on time. Your boss notices and doesn't actually have an issue with the fact that you're being on time. In fact, your boss is like, "Hey, Mark, good looking today. I like the haircut. All right. What's the point of being focused on all day, that asshole cut me off in traffic? You're not being mindful of your work or anything. You're being rude to your coworkers. You're just being irritated because somebody cut you off at work on your way to work. What's the point of that? Don't let something so insignificant just have such an emotional reaction to ruin your day. Let go of it. Be mindful of the moment. Be like, I'm at work and Johnny likes my haircut. Rock and roll. I'm at work and I'm kicking ass and taking names today. I made it on time. Focus on the moment. Be mindful of what's happening, and don't be thinking about what happened 20 minutes ago that had no effect on your day. What's the point of letting it ruin your day? There's no point, people. Perfect metaphor. When you're eating your breakfast and you bite your lip, son of a bitch. Yeah, you bit your lip, and it's okay to be irritated and annoyed by the fact that happened. But why you gotta sit there and tongue at it and play with it all day? Oh man, I bit my lip. There it is. All you're gonna do is play with it and remind yourself what happened. And the more you play with it, the more you're gonna irritate it, and it's gonna perpetuate and be irritated for longer. Everybody, what's the point? Don't be tonguing that sore in your mouth. It's gonna go away the less you irritate it and the less you focus on it. Be mindful that, God damn, this is a good breakfast. Forget about what you bit. I mean, remember you bit your sandwich, but don't remember you bit your lip. Be mindful of the sandwich and what you're enjoying. Be mindful of the moment at work and the things you're dealing with. Be mindful of the music you're listening to and enjoy it. Enjoy that moment. Take it in and breathe, because everybody, if I can do it, you can do it. I've learned how to be content with myself and live with myself in the moment. I can be happy and enjoy the things. I can appreciate and enjoy myself in the darkness. I've learned how to rehabilitate myself and make the adjustment. And that's why I'm mindful of the moment. I appreciate and love myself for who I am today and what I deal with on a daily basis. I appreciate the moments and I can take that happiness with me. I can be more mindful and I can appreciate those things more, because I'm not focused and hyper-focused on that negativity, everybody. Negativity can be contagious. Don't spread it and don't let it ruin your day. Focus on the hope and the happy. Remember what you're doing with yourself and that you're kicking ass and taking names. Everybody, make good choices. Be mindful, self-care and self-love, everybody. Until next time, keep it sexy, make good choices.